Hi everyone, Farmer Rob here from Cannon Hall Farm. Now on Saturday we're having our very first sheep sale at Cannon Hall Farm. They're all pedigree sheep. We've got Dutch spotted, we've got Swiss Valley Black Nose, we've got some of our very best bloodlines that will be up for auction. The auction is being held by Harrison and Hetherington and it's also available on Martai. In addition to that, we're taking the opportunity to support a couple of really good causes. The Royal Agricultural Benevolent Institute is one, and the other one is Len's Light. Len was a fantastic lad who died in really tragic circumstances. We're working with Len's mum and dad to try and make sure that that doesn't happen again to any other family. We're auctioning off what we think is our best ram lamb from 2024. His name is Ghost. He was the champion at Westmoreland County Show. We think he's really special. All the money that he raises will go to Len's Light and all the charities that they support. There's a link below if you feel you can give a little bit more. We'd be ever so grateful if you can. And here's a video that tells you all about Len's life and his tragic passing. Please take the time to watch it if you can. We can really do something for mental health in agriculture and young people in particular. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.
He was there for everybody else. If anybody had got a problem, they went to see him. He was the one person that no one expected to take his life.
Len Eadon grew up on the family farm in Knapton with his parents Linda and Andy. As a youngster, he showed a keen interest in drumming and all things agriculture. From an early age, he identified that he wanted to attend Harper Adams University and hoped to one day take over the family farm. Len studied rural enterprise and land management at Harper Adams University and received a 2-1 in his degree. With his degree, Len had just begun getting more involved with the business side of the farm shortly before his passing.
Len was a happy-go-lucky lad. Even as a child, he could talk to a child in the playground or an adult and hold a conversation. He was quite amazing, really. You'd hear a tractor in the distance and he'd tell me what type of tractor was and the model. And I thought, he's having me on. And then the tractor would come past and he was spot on.
But he certainly had farming through and through him.
On New Year's Day 2022, Len returned home around 4 a.m. after attending a New Year's Eve party. After a brief conversation with his parents, he headed out to pick up a friend who had asked for a lift home. On that journey, Len unfortunately crashed his car but was unhurt in the accident. Len then made the decision to end his own life. He was just 22 years old.
There'd been a series of what you would class as little minor incidents, but a chain of things going wrong. And I think just crashing his vehicle was the last straw. Unfortunately, he didn't come and talk about scrap metal. He just took his life. According to Papyrus, 2 out of every 3 suicides. There aren't really many warning signs. People are there 1 minute and gone the next.
The topic of mental health in agriculture is often cited as being the #1 concern amongst the agricultural community. Long working hours, isolation and lack of support are key factors in an ever-growing problem. Following the death of Len, Linda and Andy wanted to help instigate change within the community by helping those who are struggling with their mental health. Shortly thereafter, they started the Len's Light initiative, their message being that no one in the rural community should feel isolated or alone.
So it was a case, I think, because it was so shocking and because so many youngsters got in touch with us, I said, we've got to do something. We just needed to get the message out there to youngsters in particular to look out for each other.
Linda and Andy devised a charity tractor run from John O'Groats to Land's End to raise money for several charities. Along the way, they stopped at many auction marts and farming businesses and asked the community to come together and talk about their problems.
It started off by thinking we'd have tractors joining us and peeling off and perhaps we actually wouldn't be there for a lot of it.
Really, it picked more momentum up as we went farther and farther down the country. But the hilarious thing, if my son was looking down and saw his dad driving a tractor, because I'm not a tractor driver.
Tractors.
And he wouldn't believe that I'd do that journey.
The nationwide tractor run included a trip into London on the 7th of July and made history by being the first tractor to make it through the gates of Westminster.
I must say Minette Batters was absolutely brilliant, supporting us all the way through. Every mile was worth it if it gave people the ability to talk.
Following on from the tractor run, the Big Farming Tea Break campaign was launched, aimed at bringing the community together over a good old-fashioned cup of tea. The initiative saw events held across the country from Perth to Penzance. As of October 2024, more than £222,000 has been raised for Papyrus, FCN and Yellow Wellies.
We're not a charity ourselves, but there's a lot of money being raised by things that we've done and much more by what other people have done.
I'd worked hard all my life to leave a legacy for my son, and unfortunately he took his life, and I felt all that work suddenly lost. Actually, what we've done is a phoenix, and out of the ashes, literally, something far better has come. How do we keep doing it? It's just sheer passion. We just want to make a difference, and it's passion driving us on. I actually feel we're leaving a lot or a greater legacy in his name. That makes me proud.